pulling up on him to confront him, DJ Akadmiks actually revealed a version of this story we haven't heard before, where a member of TDE, in a subtle fashion, threatened the life of Grand Wizard Chat Ninja, who's the blogger who runs Akadmiks TV.
Really?
Now, this was not just,
Grand Wizard Chat is a crazy name.
Was like passing the wind. No, this was a threat that was pretty credible because they were stalking him with private investigators for months and they knew exactly where he stayed and his daily routine. Akadmiks
for a blog though, y'all, you have real life ops, bro. That's why I don't be understanding about this shit. If you hire private investigators for a nigga that run an Akadmiks Twitter page or whatever, and you like really trying to get them smoked, why are you not putting the same energy into niggas that actually did shit to you? Niggas that robbed you, whatever, talk like people that are in the streets. Why are we trying to make the internet the streets? I don't understand. Then when a nigga get, it's always gonna be wolf, they're gonna be crying wolf, crying and shit.
Walks us through, he goes to this Kendrick Lamar concert when he comes to Jersey or New York, and while at the concert, he's live streaming, so they know he's there. So they pull up on Akadmiks to confront him. It's Dave Free, Anthony Salad, and other people. TDE even got somebody recording so they could provide the footage if Akadmiks is lying or saying anything that's not true. But during this conversation, TDE members were really pissed off at the stories being posted on Akadmiks TV on X. So Akadmiks TV is obviously not ran by Akadmiks himself. It is ran by other people, but Akadmiks own the page. Now, people were posting things like Dave Free is the father to Kendrick Lamar's son. They were posting Dave Free's, I guess, wife, Kendrick Lamar's wife, posting things about the family. And they were really pissed off at this, and they wanted blood.
So I'm watching the show. It's all good. I see a mad cow, rabies-infested Dave Free come through after I see some guy with like a blue hat looking like he was like, acting like he was looking for me. They pull up. I
also just want to say this, side note, for everybody that be saying they gonna touch Akadmiks and do something to Akadmiks, he be outside and ain't nobody did nothing. Just want to throw that out there.
Who's our sweet host, they're confused. They're looking at these guys. It's their concert. Remember, I went to their concert. They ain't coming to me. They're looking at these guys. They have these all-access passes on. But, of course, it's like, well, they paid for the suite. Like, still we get this all-access, but doesn't mean you just run through everybody's suite. My security is dealing with it. They're like, yo, okay, yo, blah, blah, blah. Dave Free, I get to see him at some point. He says, yo, do you want to, come talk to me. At first, I was like, listen, you could come talk to me in the suite. Leave all them little Crip blood niggas outside. You and me could talk in the suite. I don't care. He insists that we talk outside, and actually the person for the suite didn't want it. They just came with so much energy. I said, fine, I'll go out the suite and talk to you. Security kind of have a face-off. My security's looking at them like, what's up, what we gonna do? Their security's like, what's up, what we gonna do? Obviously, nobody's security would do anything unless I say something or Dave Free says something. And we get into this conversation. It's a little bit tense, but it's also a real conversation. Dave Free basically tells me a few things. Dave Free is emotional, by the way. He tells me that he has all these issues about things and the battle going too far. So what do you mean the battle is going too far? Now, keep in mind, Kendrick has a hit song. I went to go see him perform the hit song. The battle, right? So this battle that we're talking about, Kendrick calls Drake a pedophile. Dave Free is approaching me saying, this is gone too far. Why is it going too far? He's saying that, yo, people are playing with people's kids. Yo, they talking about, yo, his kids is mine.
Dave Free is not a rapper.
Well, all the gloves came off when you called Drake a pedo. You cannot call someone a pedo unsolicited, make a song about it that's top charting and streaming all over the world, and then expect the gloves to not come off. I'm just saying, I don't understand, like, gang members and just people that be in the streets be the stupidest niggas in the world, because you can say whatever you want to say about me, but when he say something back and they get pushed the same way, now you got a problem because I'm coming at kids and da-da-da-da-da. Ain't you the same person that low-key tries to come at Drake's kid and say he had another unborn, like, unclaimed kid? Ain't you the same person that called Drake a pedo? Ain't you the same person that said a whole bunch of other shit about Drake? Why are you mad that he's clapping back and Akadmiks just reporting on it like everybody else? Sounds like you're in your feelings, you're in your fifis. You need to calm down, brother. You're in your fifis right now.
Have a conversation with Dave Free because of that. Now, if anybody knew at the time, my Akadmiks TV was also, I think they were clowning SZA too. I think he's the manager of SZA. No, that's Punch. We didn't see Punch. I thought he was going to at least at some point mention SZA to me. He never did. Also, why is SZA important? Because back on Everyday Struggle, when I first ever met SZA and SZA got mad at me, the original story, Dave Free is the person who said, I get what you're saying. Yo, she's sensitive. Could you apologize to her, or at least like retract that you don't hate her on the platform that you did it on? Could you at least say on stream you don't hate her? And I agreed, because I was like, wait, she took my stream and thought that I hate her? Whatever.
She's a girl, bro. She's a girl.
I thought he was going to talk about some SZA stuff. He didn't. In fact, his whole thing was about people, like, I guess the internet crowd was starting to look into that maybe Kendrick's kids wasn't his. And I guess that there was some hurt behind it, because now the family has to deal with that.
They then attempted to give Akadmiks an ultimatum. The entire
Ultimatum
purpose of this little meetup or confrontation or pulling up on Akadmiks, the entire purpose of this was to get Akadmiks to shut down the Akadmiks TV operations and to get them to stop posting about Kendrick Lamar.
Who the hell do these niggas be thinking they are? That's why I don't understand, bro. Like, that's that shit I don't like, no. It's always the street guys that be acting like they can come around and bully and bum rush their way to any goddamn, like, come on. You finna come to Akadmiks and be like, yeah, bro, I need you to deactivate that Akadmiks TV page or it's gonna be smoke. Well, flame it up there, nigga. What did you think like, I don't understand, bro. It just be weird as hell. Like, niggas be lame as fuck. And like he said, I'm at your show. Like, I came here. You didn't find me on the street, didn't press me in the back room or the bathroom of my favorite Starbucks or no shit. I came to you, nigga. What the hell did you think was gonna happen?
You don't step in and stop it. We will.
He then volunteers to me. He says, well, you got to realize it's gotten to that point where we don't know what to do. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, we know who's the person who's posting on your page. I said, what? He says, yes, Akadmiks TV. We know who's posting on it. He says, I'm here having a conversation with you, hoping you could change something. Anthony Sella, when he listens to this, he knows I'm not a liar because I don't have to lie. He says, I hope you could change something. And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, we've paid for a private investigator to go look for this guy in another country.
What?
We know his name.
What?
We know how he looks. We know everything about him.
That's weird as hell.
It's nothing for us to put money to get him handled. That's what they tell me. So they told me they have identified the person who's running my page. And they said, we've gotten investigators and it's nothing to have this person handled. And I said, listen.
Handle him then. Handle him.
We've gotten investigators and it's nothing to have this person handled.
Handle him.
And I said, listen, calm it down.
These dudes are...
Handle it then. You over here threatening a nigga. Handle it then. That's why I've separated myself from the streets and separated myself from all that gangster stuff. Because I'm the type of nigga, you gonna have to just take it there. You press me and do all this, you don't have to just take it there. You're gonna have to. That's why I'm thankful that I've never been in certain situations. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're just gonna have to go with your move. All that soft sucker shit that you trying to do, you got a private investigator. Time I put, we'll do it then, nigga. Let's call your bluff. That's why it's just weird as hell, bro. It's just weird.
And you're like, who? And I show you proof that they do have your social security. You said, bro, who has it? Who sent this to you? And I just said, yeah, I don't know. What would you think? I've always liked Charlemagne. I've always looked up to him. So when they came to me with that, ask Charlemagne, not only did I show him the info, I gave him the info, I sent him, I went to the email, told him the email address where I got it from. I never communicated with the people trying to plot against him. I never tried a halfway plot. None of that. Hey, this is what I got. Please just take it. You know, it's no good. I say that to Joe. I said that to Charlemagne. I said, this info here, I know is bad. It's of bad faith. It has no place on my platform. It has no place.
Right.
I'm
Shout
really
out,
confused because
Shout out, Big
the one operative question is, if you're quoting all this information, how don't you know where it's from? Also, there's a tape or there's a audio of Charlemagne saying months ago, yeah, all this stuff is going to get found out. This seems to be exactly what you were talking about. So you have a little bit more insight than just, oh, I just randomly opened up an email.
Definitely.
So I don't know how much you're looking out for someone if you're also protecting a source.
Yeah, he's not trying to see. This is the problem. He wants to get in the middle, but he don't want to get in the middle. So he doing a half foot in, half foot out shit. Let me tell you, that gets people. That's why niggas just need to mind their business. Because all that half foot in, half foot out, I want to be in it, I'm not in it shit gets niggas on a daily. And honestly, I don't know like why all this shit just has to revert back to street shit, bro. I really don't understand all this internet shit, all this rap shit, all this coming back down to street shit. And what does that do? Like, you see what that did for Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy is out by the skin of his fucking teeth. Lil Durk is getting snitched on by 13, 14 different people right now. What? I don't understand, bro. Everybody just want to be a street nigga till it's time to face the repercussions of being a street nigga. It's just goofy as hell. But shout out Big Aqua standing all the team like a real nigga.